forgot I wasn't in Georgia. My name is Jesse Morehead. Ginger Morehead, David Langston. We're part of Three Stooges. Reggie was one of them. He will always continue to be that way. There's thousands of things I can say good about Reggie. He wasn't perfect, but he'll do till perfect arrives. Me and his dad was just talking earlier about Reggie growing up. He's growing up under my shoes just like David Langston did, and many others. But there was only two of them that seriously that me and Ginger thought of them being their own. He was just saying here a while back about missing some of the old days and stuff like that, and all people do when they get older, they miss the old days, but he was so happy that he not lost his family, but increased it. People like these good men up here that was telling absolute truth about it. And he was a protector. And he was very honest. Very honest. Hard people to come by just like that. If he told you something, you didn't have to figure out if that's true or not, or adjust it. I got plenty of friends that will tell me a story and I have to cut the measurements down on the fish or the deer or something like that. Reggie Puckett, I didn't have to. It was just like you said it was. And Reggie Puckett, I can almost hear him talking now. I was sitting over there and he said, "You better say something." And the way it works is we don't have reasoning as humans to figure it out. We can all guesstimate and all that stuff. I know the good Lord is involved in everything that we do. And Reggie, to me, he simply took a boat ride to heaven. Hey, it's like it is. He was enjoying doing what he, just having a field day, enjoying that. He called me about the fishing all the time. And Reggie wasn't much of a bragger, but he'd sure call me and tell me about a big old fish or a buck. And one of the coolest things lately, he called me up and I got this little favorite hunting spot me and Junior does in Kansas right there. Brad Myers got us on, and he goes, "Hey, Jess, I just talked to Brad." And he says, "I can hunt that property too." I said, "Well, cool, Reg." He said, "Hey, how about going out and putting me 500 pounds of corn out on the river? 500 pounds of corn on the river." And I go, "I'll get right on it, Reg." But, I got a little story to tell on Reg. I got 100 of them, but I'm not going to tell but maybe one. And I was going over with Connie earlier. Is probably the only time that he was upset with me, but it's the funniest thing I ever seen in my life. I wish I could tell you about the massage he received. Matter of fact, I will. But first, I'm going to tell you about me and Reggie. We like to eat it, as you can tell. We was in, where's that, Jim?
Abilene.
Abilene, Texas. So they got a steakhouse there that's awesome. So me and Reggie, knowing we had to get to the airport, thought we was going to slide in and eat us a big old steak and then go into the airport. Well, his flight was a couple hours later than mine. So I slid in sideways like I have many times before going to the airport, and I said, "Reggie, I most likely am not going to make this flight, But I says, I'm going to go check real quick. Now, you got to keep in mind, Reggie's got bows, all of my luggage, all of his luggage, everything in the world. The rental car is sitting out front with the engine running. So I take off to the plane. I get there, and this lady shutting the door. She said, "You going to get on or you going to stay off?" Well, as a dedicated friend I was, I got on that plane. So as I get on that plane, I am laughing so hard that I literally am about to have a heart attack and didn't care. These people were staring at me just unbelievable and asked me if could they help, and I go, "No, you can't." And so I'm just about over it. And I look out the window and I can see in the terminal, here comes a red-faced little feller with two big old buggies pushing him like this. And of course I about died again, and he went out of sight. And we're still sitting there, and we started backing away, and I'm just dying. I thought I literally was going to die, and I look up again, and I see that same red face. He was going back by again, so he was trying to find his way out of there. But he finally made it home, and it was all good. I took him to Waffle House and fed him and whatever. But it was a good deal. The other one, hey, I'm going to tell you this, and Reggie Puckett was at a hunting camp. I was telling Connie earlier, he was at a hunting camp, and was actually filming there, and we was doing a show, and Fred Eichler was doing a show, and Reggie Puckett sort of got the eye for this man's daughter that actually ran this place, but she ran a massage deal right there at the place. Great people, wonderful person, but she really looked good. Well, Reggie Puckett noticed. So he said, "Man, she is not awesome." I go, "She's all right." And he goes, "I'm going to get me one of them massages." I go, "Reggie Puckett said you." He said, "But I don't got the money." I go, "Reggie Puckett, if you will get a massage, me and Ginger will pay for it." He goes, "I'm in." And, so we got up there, and it's right upstairs, and me and Fred Eichler was all sitting down there. Fred Eichler come up with a plan that when she started massaging him, that he was going to sneak up there and his camera guy and wet his hands with that slick kind of oil they use and everything else. We wouldn't tell it to Fred, and start massaging him. So here's what happened. She's massaging him, and Reggie just absolutely eating it up. And you could almost hear him giggle. And so anyway, she takes and she's massaging. She lifts her hands up like this and backs off, and about time Fred's go on. So he's working it and working it. And all of a sudden he starts working down toward Reggie's butt. And so he gets down there and he's working, and Reggie's turning a little bit red, but he gets down there real close and starts massaging it, and Reggie takes this, he goes. I go, "You got to be kidding me." Well, about the time he did, Fred started massaging the inside of his leg. Down about his knee. So he started working his way up. Reggie's panicking by now, thinking this girl really likes me. And he gets up there, and Fred just all of a sudden grabs both cheeks, one in each hand, and says, "How do you like that, man?" Reggie says, "I just thought she liked me." And immortal words of Reggie Puckett that loved the Lord and expressed this to us a bunch of times. I hope I do. God bless y'all. He loved all of you.